Hello, it's Meg. I want to talk about decks for the year. I just saw that Cassandra at A Riffle in Time posted 26 decks in 2026, and Marlena, and I didn't watch the video yet because I wanted to film a video, and I was like, that's a great video to film, and I'd been wanting to. Marlena makes that video did last year, 25 decks in 2025, and then had, throughout the year, checking in on that and a wrap up, and did it again for this year with 26 decks in 2026. And I have been thinking about, intentions or just like being a little bit more organized too, especially when things feel sort of like stressful, that it can be helpful. Not that this is stressful. This is hopefully nice. But like, just life outside of this. This is supposed to be good and fun and chill. And I want to talk about 26 decks, I guess. And I'm not organized. I don't have this organized. I have like decks here that I know that I want to use more, and I don't have some of the decks here too because there's been strange men in my house this past week doing housework things, and so I had to like move stuff around. There's a chair in my room, a rocking chair, like a big reclining thing, and I had to like move that in front of some stuff, and I haven't moved things back. This is actually my time in which I'm supposed to be like moving things back, but I was like, I don't want to. I don't want to. I just want to do this instead. And so I'm going to talk about, I don't know if it's going to be 26. I might talk about 26 decks total. But there's at least 3 here that I definitely want to use in 2026. And then there's other ones that like I'll probably incidentally be using them. Oh, we'll just get into it. Okay, so one of the decks that I really want to use in 2026 is the Dharma Tarot. So I watched this deck become a deck on Instagram over the last several years, and it's been at least a year, I think, or more, since it's actually 2024. Yeah, so 2024 it became a thing. And so in December I did an NPC order, and I got this deck, and I haven't opened it yet. I just got this one, no box. The box was expensive. I have a bag, no big deal. And because you have to get the book also. And it's great. It's beautiful. And I was really, really excited about it when I watched it being, created. And and then I just sort of like put it off. It's hard. NPC orders are hard, I think, for me sometimes, especially like, I don't know. I try to be like mindful of like a shipping situation, I guess, even though that's dumb because I maybe am not mindful about a shipping situation in all contexts. But it's just like if I'm going to pay like the extra fees for stuff and I want to like get several decks at once, so it's usually like a save up and like splash out kind of situation. So I usually do it like during my birthday month of December. Anyway, so I really want to use this deck this year. I actually saw Maria Wessels she's been using this deck too, and she shared what was it? What card was it? It was a minor card, and it had Ryokan on it. I think that's how you say the name. And if it's who I'm thinking, I know that person to be a Zen poet, and it was one of the first like Zen poets that I read when I was in high school, and I fell in love, and I had that book. I lent it to someone. It was One Robe, One Bowl, and I lent it to someone when I was like 20, and they never returned it, which is fine. They probably also never even read it, to be honest. I'm trying to find it. But I saw that and I was like, oh man, I want to open it. But I feel like I'm waiting for the summer for this deck. I'm waiting for when I'm overstimulated in like a different way. And maybe that's just now. Maybe that's now. Maybe it's forever. God, I hope not. Just trying trying to figure out that stuff. Oh my gosh, where is it? These are so beautiful. This is so cool. Honestly, I'm so grateful. What a wonderful gift that this creator, Michelle Sellers, has given us. And isn't that, I don't know, I just feel that way a lot. Like, I feel like it was a 6 of something. No, it's not. Okay. Oh my gosh. You know what? You know, I could just look. I'm sorry, this is so not the point and probably annoying as heck, but just look at this beautiful thing. Just have that come into your brain space. Just give me 1 second while I look this up. Okay, it would be in Daily Draws. Here it is. 5 of flowers. All right, well, that was way easier than what I was doing. 5. That's incense. Here we go. 5 of flowers. There we go. The thief left behind the moon at my window. Oh, it says it on the card too. Yeah. It is about the Zen monk and poet. Wow. Oh, and then, wow, this is so cool. What an amazing book. Wow, I want to open this so soon. So this is a 2026 deck. I feel, you guys, I'm having postpartum hormonal period action, so it's like, sorry if this is TMI, just who cares. My period is several days late, and I'm just crying constantly. Just like crying for so many reasons, and that's one of them. Oh, you know what? Okay, I need to move on. I feel like crying because the deck is so beautiful. All right, this is another deck that I really want to use this year. It's the Cosmos Tarot and Oracle deck. I wanted this deck for a really long time, and Sasha was using it, and she, so rude. No, I'm just kidding. She would show it, and it would be like the day that it was like the eBay auction was happening for it or something, and I was like, no, don't do this. But I finally got it. It's so funny. And it shuffles so well, but I'm trying to find a friend for it. So it just feels to me like a deck that I want to have. I have like all these lumps because I'm using 2 different cloths, because that's just how it is. Because they're always here, and I like it that way. So I know because she told me and I asked, uses it with the Poesis Oracle, and that looks really good, but I can't seem to locate it in this very moment, even though I know it's out here. Oh, maybe it's in my, okay, my train case. Okay, it's not. Of course not. Okay, cool. Anyway, imagine, here it is. If I could edit well, I would insert a photo of it there. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm just simply not gonna do that. It's too annoying to do. Oh, here it is. It's next to my butt. Which I feel like I'm tattling on myself to perhaps the state of the zone. So let's see. Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. There's like a little lip right there, like literally right in the center of like the filming thing is there. There's like very silly. I guess I could have like zoomed in more. It's too late now. Okay. I think that's great. I really like it. I am looking for, to me, this is a tarot and oracle. I put the oracle in with the tarot part of it. This is just an oracle to me, and I have a preference, like a very, I don't know why. I like to pair, I would probably incorporate this into a reading also with it, but I really like to pair like 1 tarot, 1 oracle, and then build from that. That's just like how my brain is working. Although there is some oracle and oracle that I do like together, so I think it's a tarot that I'm not super stoked on. sometimes. Anyway, this is the Black Ritual Tarot, which I used a ton last year. I got it, I think, later in the summer, and I didn't know that it had gone mass market, or I don't know what I thought. I thought that it was an indie deck. Sarah at In 80s Blues uses it all the time and makes it look so good, just like all of her decks. Her very curated, very beautiful collection. And I think this looks really, really good together. It's sort of like, it has like a comic booky, like this has a comic book vibe to it, sort of like a punk vibe. And this is also has that. I think it works really well. So I just sort of figured this out the other day. And also this is the deck I'm talking about. Like that was 1, this is 2 of 26. This is like, you know, a buddy to this one. It's not really like an intentional selection for that. It's just incidental, I guess. But yeah, so this is deck 2 that I would really like to use this year. What a fun little thing to be considering. Especially, I was like, when I do this, should I just have it be half the decks? Because I'm going to get so many more decks, I'm going to want to use those. But I think that that's besides the point. Like, duh, obviously, I don't need to make room for those. Because that's not what this is about. This is about the ones that are here. Okay, so I have so many more. Okay. I have a little basket of decks that I have been using. I'm actually having like a hyperfixation about like a very specific combo. And I sort of anticipate another hyperfixation combo to come. And I won't be discussing those. That will not be discussed in this video. But I will talk about this deck that I want to use more this year. I just got this and I've been using it already. And I really, really like it. I think this is really, really, really special. I think it's, I on the day that I got this deck, I did a little unboxing actually of this deck. And I got this the same day that I got a, like a unicorn deck that I've been wanting for years, and just sort of like, it wasn't like intense or like, you know, like it just like happened. Like I was just letting it happen, and it did. And I love that. But, this deck I got the same day the Kickstarter came, and I had wanted this one and didn't get the first printing. I don't know. I really, really like it. I didn't get the book, and I regret that now, like a lot. I don't know why I didn't. I sometimes just don't, but I don't know. Maybe I didn't know that I would like it so much, but I do want the little book. But with shipping and stuff, I'm just like, and I don't like a PDF, you know? I don't like a PDF. Like I'm not gonna look at it. Like the point is to be off my phone or like off the thing. I guess I could get a book made. I tried to do that once with a different, the La Flora Tarot. I tried to get the PDF of that book made, and it was gonna be like $80. And I was like, no, that's nuts. Especially when I've had books from that like creators have just like, here's a link to this website that like will make, it's like a print on demand book thing, and it's like $13 for the book. That's way better. Anyway, I love this deck so much, and I used it in some readings right away and have been on and off, and it's just like really, really good. It's really, really good. And it complements the way that I read tarot too really well, which is I read the images in the context of the question along with that tarot other stuff. But like this, yes, very interesting. So I want to use this one more. What is that, 3 out of 26? I don't think I'm gonna get to 26. I might have to like think about it. Okay, that one goes back in here. You know, I mean, this whole thing, there's a bunch in here. So let's see. That's a thing of runes. goes there. Oh, I've been using this one in readings. This is the Self-Guided Tarot. I did a little flip through of it when I got it, and it's been really great. So what I've been, my hyperfixation like tarot decks, the little combo, and then I will take one of these. It's hard to shuffle. I'm like they're not totally even, and I'm like, should I, it's gonna be like an embarrassing attempt to shuffle. Should I even try? It's just really like having this as like an extra. What masks or ivory towers do I hide behind? I mean, I have the flip through where I read them, but if I just feel like they add a special little something extra, and I like the images a lot. And I'm still just using it in that way as I'm getting to know the images and like the feel for the deck more too. But I'm having a nice time with it. And like the questions haven't been necessarily guiding the reading, but like adding something to it, which I think is important, because sometimes like decks like that can not hijack, I want to say hijack, but that makes it seem like negative. Like it's not necessarily like a negative thing that it's doing. Because usually one knows that and they're picking that intentionally as like a way to guide the reading. But it's just been cool. Another one I want to use this year. I've had this deck for a really, really long time, and I've never really used it very much, mostly because I'm not sure how. But I have a new tarot book that I've been reading, and it's really interesting and talks about the periodic table of elements in a tarot context too. Excuse me. And it's just, I don't know. I'm not in a space where I can wrap my head around it very well, but it's so cool. And I guess I could show the book. I could do that. I guess I could do that. Let me grab it. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, it's this book, Timothy Leary, The Game of Life. So I don't know if this, I can't pull back or do things like that. I'm just gonna have a normal, here's a baby bassinet thing. Bookmark. I have a few bookmarks in here, but so here, let's leave this here and I'll show you. So this is what it looks like. And then here, this is the stairway of evolution up which we all dance. So this is like a periodic table, the alkali metals, earth metals, boron, carbon, and it's different, showing you different things. So the tri-octave systems, the tarot, the Greco-Roman pantheon, the Hebrew alphabet, the zodiac, the backgammon board, the playing card deck. And then it just like explains all this stuff. It's really like, you know, I'm not on acids. It's really, I am living life in a different way right now. So it has this in the back. It'll have license to use your head. This tarot card authorizes you to activate your sixth brain and experience like a monkey 1 hour each day, hang out in a preschool playground. And that's the Hierophant. So that was that one, and then it moves on to like the Lovers. So it talks about that, and Tarot Lovers card, pre-adolescent lovers, signifies the passive receptive parroting, repetitious use of symbols and artifacts, mimicking use of the 9 vocal cords. And then it just goes on, and then at the end it has like that license thing again. So it does talk about this a lot in the beginning, and so I wanted to use it as a tool to sort of like help me understand what the book is saying better too. I never use the Usi decks because my hands are so sweaty and the cardstock is just slimy to me. Does anyone else have a sensory no with these guys? But it's also beautiful, but I don't think it's like, I just want to use it with the book to see if it can help me understand, because it's more, I you know, the visual language aspect of things. So that's something I want to do this year also. And this deck There's another one. There's another one just like it. Here it is, that one. And the other one is not around here. So I have the, I forgot what this is called. It's about making your heart and your compass and a flower. I did a flip through of it, I think. Anyway, here it is. It's in order. It's going to stay in order. And I want to translate the book into a little book for myself and use this one more. The creator also made a, hold on, we need to count. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then 6. I need to write this down because I do want to have like, here, we'll have my aliens told me to write it down. We'll do a tally. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So this one and then the other one, which is the Imbligo, that deck, I want to use those more this year too. I really like them. That the other one especially is like, it's like, I really wanted to make a deck at the time, and then I got that deck and I was like, this is perfect. I was like, this is like, because it's about dreams, and it was just like this really beautiful dream deck, and it's important to me. The back's like this. But I want to make a little translated guidebook for this one and use it more often. But it's in order right now because I don't know what it says. I have to use, and they're not, these are not numbered, but they are here. But luckily they have the picture. Like it's so incredible. Like what a beautiful, like handmade thing. It's so wonderful. I love it so much. But I do need to make a guidebook. They said they were going to like come out with a guidebook that fit or that translated. Sorry, my brain. But that has not happened. So this is also in my little basket right here. And okay, I'm gonna put that one out also. I think I'm gonna mention this one too, the Supra Oracle. I've had this deck for an extremely long time, and I used to use it all of the time, and I want to use it again. One of the reasons I don't reach for this deck or the other Lucy decks more often is because of the sensory issue with my hands. It really, like, if there's any slight moisture on my hands, which is most of the time, and for most of the year, they really just do feel so slimy to me, so I can't really do that. But I really love this deck a lot, and I want to use it more. This is the one that's been sort of sitting in my bed, and hold on, I gotta do this before I forget. Yeah, that I've been, just drawing one card from and reading about it and thinking about it and stuff like that. So that's another deck for this year. In fact, it's the 7th deck of 26 that this is going to be forever. This is going to take so long. I have to be faster. I just feel like there's like there's decks that are sort of like, duh, like, of course I'm going to use that. Or like, I'm not like super stoked, or like, I don't have to use it. Oh, another deck that I only have the book out because I'm reading through the book, but I'm not using the deck right now, is the Colorful Tears Tarot. I love this deck so much. I got it a few years ago, and I want to use it more often this year. I mean, I use it every year, but this year, I was in my tarot book zone, guidebook zone, and I was grabbing some guidebooks that I needed for decks that I had out, and there was a few guidebooks that I was like, oh yeah, like I really want to use this deck again or more this year, and this is one of them. the Colorful Tears Tarot. It has pictures in here too of like the book is really good. Also, I really like this deck a lot. I actually just watched, I just saw it, I pulled it out, and I feel like this is like a thing, you know, like we're always maybe too much looking for signs. But I saw it on Wesley 22 Zines on his channel. So after I'd pulled this out, I was like, it's a sign. I'm on the right track. That's so silly. 8. But yeah, I really love this deck a lot, so I'm excited to have that one out. Another deck that I want to use more this year is the Noetic Oracular deck. I pulled this out to do pairings with a deck that I've been using, and I think will become part of a hyperfixate. It's like my current sort of one of my current hyperfixation combos. But I did a flip through of this deck and I used it a few times after that, but it's just like it doesn't fit in with a lot of decks that I have, and I think that that's not true. I think that there has to be some that I have. So I want to find it a friend, because I'm more likely to use decks when they have like a sort of a base combo that I can build from and have different feelings from. But this one is really, really cool. I really like it and I stand by that. And I want to use it more. And I feel like it's like a really, like it talks about, it has all these elements of things that I really enjoy in it. And then also does it in sort of an aesthetic that's more like my aesthetic, or like something that I'm interested in, as opposed to, I don't know, like it's more weird and like, oh my god, I'm so weird now. It's like, it's just more, it's just like a, you know, it's more colorful and more intense. But I need to find it a friend. I really like it a lot. So that one's been sitting here also, because I think that I'll tell you, I have a deck that I've been using that a friend introduced me to, and I really like it. And to me, it's like really like Twin Peaks vibes. And I've been like finding pairings for it, and I'm just like trying to find all my Twin Peaks vibe. I'm like rewatching Twin Peaks. I'm like, again, I have something about it right now. This was like one that I pulled out. I was like, this deck is totally like, has a Twin Peaks vibe to it, doesn't it? It does. Let me know if you agree, if you think that that's true or not. I feel like I'm losing steam and getting weird, feeling weird. Okay, so that was 9. I don't know. We're gonna lose track here. This is too much. And again, these are just the decks that are over here. I haven't gone to my drawers. I have like 3, 4 drawers over there that are just full of tarot decks. It's not a big drawer thing. I feel like that sounds crazy, but it's really chill. It's really not that big of a deal. I didn't even look through those. I mean, there's plenty here. We don't even have to do 26. So the Dolphin Divination cards, I don't remember how I found these. I was just like randomly looking for something. Oh, I was looking for the Dolphin deck that, gosh, I'm just always looking for a Dolphin deck that I like. I still haven't found one. I just cannot find a Dolphin deck that I don't hate so much. Like they can be like corny, which they usually are, but it's just like some other combination that I don't really like. But I was looking for a Dolphin deck and I found this deck, and it has these backs, and it's just like 100-something tiny little cards that have words on them, and I've been using this as part of just like every reading I've been doing. I mostly got it because there's this card that says Holy Mackerel. I probably told you guys about this already. Transmission, come on. Wish fulfilling, Sensitivity, Splash, Tailspin, A Smiling Heart, Lessons, Grid Work of Light, Pairing, hey. Caution, Nets Ahead, Low Surf, Integration, A Breather. They're just, it's awesome. I love it so much. And I already bought a backup of it. Because I bought it used. Actually, I bought both of them used, but the other one's in very nice condition. So here's the book. It has a huge book, and there it is, Holy Mackerel. That's why I got this deck. I was like, I need a deck that says Holy Mackerel in it with quotes around it. That's crazy. I love it so much. Our Oceanic exclamation point. Wow. And it's like really, you know, it's a lot of info. I like it. I like it a lot. I've been using it a lot. Part of my, it's actually a part of every single combo that I've been doing. And it's so tiny. And it has a little pamphlet in here that has a some spreads in it, which I think are also in the book. No. Yes, they are somewhere, I think. Where though? I swear they were. Also, this, amazing. The St. Francis prayer, beautiful. Like, truly, I opened this and I was like, this, it's like those things that happen, right? That it's like, this is correct. This is the right thing. Amazing. What is that, 10? Give or take? 16 more? That's a lot. That's too many. I don't think I can do that. And then there's decks too that I'm like, I mean, I love that. I'm obsessed with that combo. I'm probably gonna just keep using it, but I don't need to like set that intention for like, this is a deck that I want to work with this year, or see more of on my reading table kind of thing. Unless I should do it that way. I have this that just is sticky, incidentally, so I have it sticking on the table edge, but it keeps falling down. It's just this laminated little thing that has a sticker on it too. Okay. I've been using this deck more, and I want to keep doing that this year. Just doing, it feels like the My Feet Are Two Fish deck. It feels like a more serious, or perhaps more grounded, like, version of this in a way, or like it has similar intent. And I've had this, but I wasn't using it because it was in a box inside this box, but I fixed that. I just put it in this one. And this has also been part of a lot of readings that I've been doing lately. And I like it for just one card as an oracle. Don't use it as a tarot in my experience. And then it's a lot better. It's beautiful. And the book is good. It's just nice. I feel like it's weird to be telling. It's so funny. We just gotta get to this goal of this many decks. The Dream Power Tarot, I got this from a friend, I think at the end of last year at some point, and I have it in order. I keep it in order. This bag, this Johnny Key bag, is so soft. This is like, I needed a bag for this deck, and so naturally I went to Catamancy Etsy to get a bag, and there was like none left except for this one, and I was like, that's perfect. It's like actually perfect for this, and I'm so excited. And it's like, I don't know, one of the best Johnny Key bags I've ever bought. It's so soft. It's amazing. Slept on. Thanks, guys. But yeah, I keep it in order because I'm reading about them and like sort of just experiencing them, because it's different than like a regular tarot deck. But I really, really like it. This is also a bed zone deck. I'm trying not to keep so many. I recently sort of cleaned that area out. Okay. There's 2 here. What was that? 12? All right, I found 3 more next to me here. Perfect. And it's true, it's real. Tarot of the Dream Enchantress. This is one of my favorite decks. I have a few copies of it. It's one of my favorite mass market decks. I haven't used it in a while. I feel like I pull it out and I'll like shuffle it and I'll pick a few cards and then I just don't really end up using it very much. But it doesn't have a buddy, and I think I want to find it a friend, or 2 or several, or just use it. I just really love this deck so much. It's one of my favorites. I have a mini version, if you know what I mean, and I do take that one a lot around with me. So there's that one. Tarot of the Dream Enchantress. What do you think for like a friend, you know? Hold on, let's see if there's anything here. I think that this one's would be a little bit tougher to pair. Obviously, Poesis. Right? Maybe CC33. No, that's crazy. That's too much. Well, actually, I think it's because these both have like mean a lot to me, that this would actually work really well for me. It's just like generally like, I think that would work. And you know what? That does work for me. That might be like something that's sort of like a nostalgia, like, oh, you know what? Even better. Okay, I actually recently did a trade that was facilitated by 2 friends. One organized, amazing, and one provided me the tools, and it was amazing. I got the Begin Oracle again. I used to have this deck, and I've been feeling really nostalgic about like decks that I used to have that I don't have anymore. And I'm wondering, since these sort of coexisted in an important way at a similar time, if they might be friendly for me. I don't think visually, but just like a feeling. And oh my gosh, come on. What a great deck. I don't know my feels about that. I guess. Oh, the Wisdom of Place. That might look good. Definitely Poesis, like I said. Ooh, 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 ooh. Nature Speaks. Yeah. Because all the greens. Which naturally means the other one worked well too. When Olga Speaks. I use my NPC When Olga Speaks mostly still. I use both because the cardstock's amazing on the other one, but this is the one that I have around. And this actually works really well. Okay, cool. Anyway, I probably shouldn't. You know, I just love it. I actually also right here have my NPC Long Way Home. I mean, the final production of this one is also like incredible, like truly so amazing. But I'm using this one. Also would probably really be amazing with this. Okay. Oh no, my baby's upset. Lacrimosa Tarot. I got this in the NPC haul that I did, and I haven't really used it yet. It definitely feels like this whole winter, and like feelings that I don't know. I when I realized that I needed it, I needed it. I needed it. I needed it. And it's so beautiful, and I love how the images, these like zoomed in images of the art that she's like collaging here, hang over the border and make you feel like it's, I don't know, like it's, they're not coming at you, but like you're occupying a space with them, you know. I think it's very clever. I like it a lot. But here's my Lacrimosa deck, and I needed it immediately, and then I had to wait many months and just sort of be excited about it and look at it and stuff like that. And then I haven't used it. I think I was like I put it on hold because I was waiting. I bought 2 copies too to have a backup right away, and I gifted it to a friend, or traded. I think we traded, but I was actually gonna give it to her anyway. So when she said she wanted it, so it just worked out for me. But I haven't used it. I don't know why. I think it's like, it has this, I think that there's this other deck that sort of came in and has this darkness. So one of my hyperfixation combos has been using the Intuitive Night Goddess. And I think that there's some, again, this one, it feels to me like it occupies a similar like darkness or space or something. But this one is like a little bit, not even a little bit. This one's like gentle to me in like in a way that is familiar. And I've had this deck for a really long time, and I love it so much. And that's what I'm needing. And this one is incredible. And like, I don't know, I just feel like it's the same. Yeah, there's other decks that I have like that too, where it's just like, this is a really, really good deck, but I'm like it's not the space that I'm in right now. And I'm so tender. But I think this year, this to me, it seems like it'll be a summer deck, because last year it was the summertime when I was like, oh, I need that. Like, I need it. And I've sort of imagined that would be around the time that happened again. I'm just gonna cross this next one off too. Okay. Emotions and values. So this is a deck I've had for a really long time. I got it in a Kickstarter like many years ago, and I have it sectioned off between the emotions and the values. And I've used this deck, and I'm trying to figure out a way to explain myself with it, or explain how I use it. There's games and like different ways that it says to use it, but Heather changed swords and something. Oh man, Heather, what's the name of your channel now? Oh, my brain. I'll link, of course. But since she made this video about values, I have wanted to do a VR because and like, I don't want to get into it because I do want to make a VR to that video. It's so good. And it just like, Heather has a way of articulating things that I just like absolutely could never in my life, you know, just like feels very like even, and you know, and I can't, like, I'm just like flailing around, and like, but when she says it, I'm like, yeah, exactly. Like, I didn't say it like that. Like, no, of course I didn't. Like, and the British accent helps. It's amazing. But I really loved that video. And like, I've had so many instances in the last several years of my life that have pointed me to this importance of values, you know, like getting into it. I'm going to talk about it in the video when I finally do a VR, but I think that this deck can be something that is helpful in organizing these things, and to like reevaluate and stuff like that. So like, I've participated in therapy for, you know, like a decade now, and in like group therapy and in individual therapy, and like having like the foundation and like the set of values to come back to that you're operating from does help with like anxiety and like all this other stuff. And so I'm trying to figure out I just need some time to like sit down and like plan this video, this VR it's the same sort of, to me, this is a video that's like the Flower Essence video that I made a long time ago, where like it's something that's so important to me and has been so important in my life that like I want to get it right when I make the video, and I don't want to be misunderstood. I want to be like as careful as I can be. Flower Essence video, I just had to do it and then just be like, oh, like hopefully this is coming across the way I meant. And so I keep not doing it. And so like I keep this deck out to remind me to do that. And hopefully I do. I really, really want to. It's so important. It's a very, very important thing. And I also want to like share like some of my values and the things that are important to me, and like different contexts in which I've learned those lessons too. I think that it would be nice. It's like a nice record for me. It's a nice thing for me to reflect on too. Anyway, 15. I don't know how many more to go. Oh, let's go in here. Let's go into the bag. Okay, I definitely want to use this deck this year. I got this in a Kickstarter. When I first opened it, I was like, huh. Okay. I don't know. I wasn't like super into it. I don't know. I mean, I obviously love, like, roses are really important to me. The shuffle is amazing. I really do like this deck. Some of these cards are like the most beautiful like card I've seen, you know. It's really amazing. There's something it's like Aquamarine, which is a deck I love. Obviously it's like Telesma and like Voyager. It's just it really is like a beautiful addition to like the family of like collage decks that exist. I really like it a lot, and I want to use it this year, and I want to feel out the things that I think would look really good with it. I saw I like to do research on the internet. It's like it's intended. And this actually, I guess, would fall into decks that I want to use more this year. The Tantric Dakini. So this one, actually, I'm pretty sure Tara Cochran, who made this deck, was the one who was pairing these two together. And I don't know, I want to try it out and stuff like that, but I also just want to be using this deck more. This is my third copy of this deck. I had trimmed it, which I used that one probably the most. Like the edges were getting pretty worn, and I was using it a lot. And I feel like I haven't, you know, like you get a new deck and it's like harder. I don't know, sometimes it's hard. Like the backups don't really matter because it's the feeling and like the situations with that particular object too. But I want to use it more this year. I think that there's something about it. So these two, and maybe they'll be used together. Maybe they're besties. Maybe Tara's right. But again, one person's pairing is another person's not a good pair. I don't know. So we'll see. And it has that very satisfying swishy, and I think it's amazing. Oh, my friend, one of my oldest and most wonderful friends came to visit and came to Tarot Club yesterday. Amazing. And it was so cute. she could not figure out how to use the box, like open the box that's like this. And she got it, but it was it's so fun because it's like, you guys, we're just real, like we're nerds, you know, like we're big dorks here. Like this is big dork hours. Okay, 5, 10, 15. Okay, this one I'm super excited about. I'm super excited to talk about this deck. These ones, that's my hyperfixation. Oh, I'm not super excited to talk about this. I'll talk about this. I got this deck finally, and it was sort of impulsive. And this one is the one I bought. Well, I got the other one. I also paid for the other one. But I got the first edition one too from Thea that she was getting rid of. And I want to give it a try this year. I want to see how I feel about this deck, because it's one of those decks that I wanted for a really long time and then I didn't get, and I just got this one, and I didn't really like, I don't know, I didn't know that there would be a difference between the first and the next editions. And there's something about this like gold stamping on the front of the cards that I like wanted. And the what's her first name? Witch of Saturn? Can't remember right now. But she made a really good video. I think it was with another creator, but she was just going off about this deck. It was so, wait, you guys, did I talk about this? I know I talked about this before. It was literally so funny. It was the funniest video ever. It was so good. Like she's making all these points, and oh my god, it was I loved it so much. I love her. I can't believe I can't remember her name right now. I'm obsessed. Where's my other electronic device so I can look this up? I think I talked about this before in a video. Erin. Oh, Erin Lenta, the Witch of Saturn. Dude, so good. And what video was it? It was a three of Moms tarot. Oh yeah, okay. Deck Connectors Club, 3 of Moms tarot. It was episode 20. Only 98 views. You guys, go watch that video. It was so funny. Erin was so funny. She was hype, like info dumping, but like in a really, like sometimes when people info dump, it happened the other day. Someone was info dumping. It was really stressing me out because I was really overstimulated. But it's about tarot, so I was like, yes. And I just thought it was fascinating, and I was like, I don't know, it was really cool. And I loved it so much, but it was really funny also. You gotta watch it, okay? So anyway, I had just got this deck, and then she was saying all this stuff about how wrong it is, and I was like, oh no, I didn't even look, I didn't even know. But I still want to like use it and just see if I think that this deck is something that would work well in how I tend to prefer to read tarot too, at least how I've been reading tarot lately, which is like more like of a somatic sort of way, and there's just a lot of that here, you know. I think someone okay, I just have to say why I think it's so funny, and I hope that no one's taking this the wrong way, but there was a third person there, and Jay, who was like co-hosting, did such a good job of like being, you know, like, now you know what I've been going through for like a few weeks. I think it's so funny because it's so relatable, where it's just like you live in my house with me, and I'm just like, or like you're my friend, I'm talking to you, and I'm like blah 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 blah, blah, and then like, and they're like, yeah, okay. You know, like, I don't care. But like, it's just so important. It was just a really relatable thing. But the person was like, a person was there to talk about how much they love this deck, and then Erin was just like, okay, but tell me why, because of this, this, and this. And the person was like saying like, it's like an and that's how I'm gonna read it that way too. I'm gonna just do it in an intuitive way. And she was like, the creator made it an intuitive thing, and like this way. And Erin's like, astrology's not intuitive. Like, just point blank fact. And I was like, this is awesome. Anyway, it was really good. Is that the 13th deck? Or is that no, we're beyond that. Oh gosh. We're I don't know what happened. Another deck I really want to use this year is the Ancient Greek Tarot deck. I got this in the summer. I think this was a push present. I don't really remember, honestly. I can't remember anything from this year. I've been feeling like it needs a friend. It needs something. And here it is. And my friend Rose Bay uses it and swears by it with the Sappho Fragmented Oracle, and I was able to obtain this in a trade from a friend. I just got it yesterday, this one, and honestly, I got all the creators decks from this person, and I kind of am like the least impressed with this one, actually. Like, I was so excited because of the Static Oracle. I was like, you know what? Actually, like, that's the one I want, dude. Glitched out pansy flower on the back. This. I don't think it's going to go well with this one, but I'm really excited about that. Anyway, that's a detour. We're on a detour. We need to stop. How long have I been doing this for? An hour? Oh my goodness. I'm not sure that that's acceptable for my lifestyle. Wow. Okay. So there's this, and I trust, so I will use, and I will figure it out. I just have like a really specific sort of, also this only counts as one. Wait, 5, 10, 15, 20. Damn, 6 more. I have a very like specific sort of, I don't know, Sappho connection experience, and so I'm not sure that this will be the Sappho deck for me, but I'm excited to see. But it's really about this. It's really like I was looking for that to specifically pair with this. But another one that I think I could actually put on this deck 26 decks list is the universe cards. I think this is something, this one I think is gonna, I'm pairing it with something else right now, but I just want to see if this ends up reading well together. I don't know, this deck is really hard to pair. I don't know. Like, there has to be something though. I'm counting it. I'm counting universe cards. I really like them a lot. And I need a different bag for them. They're sort of just incidentally in this one. I mean, I guess it fits in a very snug and satisfying way. What else? What is this? Oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to show it. All right. Maybe this will just count for the last 5. This is the Slow Holler Tarot. I was gifted this last year by someone who's not in the tarot community, is like a member of a different community that I'm in. And it was just a deck that they had, and they knew that I like tarot decks, and they're like, do you want this? I was like, yeah. And I didn't think that I would care. Really, like, it's not one that I had really looked at very much, or really, like, you know, thought much of. And I haven't used it since I got it. I used it a few times, but when I got it, I was just like, actually, holy shit, this is kind of amazing. Like, I thought I would just, like, you know, get it and maybe use it for like a trade or something like that, but this is, for now, I just love it a lot, actually. And it feels like it fits into this sort of like this feeling I'm having right now, actually. And I should probably be using it. It does have that feeling though, where it's like, you know, should I even have something like this? I really like it. So I actually want to use it more this year. And I haven't looked at the book yet. And she sent it to me, and it was like wrapped with like a hairband. I was like, dude, that's amazing. Like, really amazing. It was crazy. It was a crazy thing. I'm really crashing. I forgot to take my thyroid meds this morning. I just remembered. Whoopsie daisies. That happens. This one I know I want to use more too. So these are all the decks that are like around here. It's not all the decks that are around here. These are just the ones that are around here that I sort of feel intentionally like I want to be using more going into this year. And I think that I might, you know, there's a point in time. I feel like the beginning of the year is different than the second half of the year to me. Like the first half of the year is sort of, I don't know, like almost like where I live, there's winter. Like we're in winter right now, and the beginning of the year is so long, and it's this time when I feel like I'm like clawing my way out of like seasonal depression or something, or like all this other stuff, especially this year, and just like really wanting to do better, be better, and then having all these big bright plans for like when the weather's warm, I'm gonna do this, this, and this, and I try to be mindful every year to like not really do that, like just pull back, chill out, not, you know, just be normal, like everything's fine, everything's normal. And so I think that there is like a reevaluation sort of in the middle of the year, like in June or something like that, that happens. It's usually when I fall off using my planners as much and stuff like that, and I get like busy in a different way. But I think that I would probably want to do something like this, or maybe like a check-in from this. I think that makes sense. And then see if there's other ones that I'm like, oh, I'm done with these and I can change this on the list or something like that. But there are 2 more decks that I want to mention at least. Sorry, I'm not saying full words. What's this one? What is this one? Oh, that is over here to use, but it's not like an intention thing. This also doesn't really feel like an intention thing, but maybe it feels like using something that I love a lot. Maybe the intention is to get it a bag. So, oh, I actually have a fun story about this deck. I don't know if this is like a fun story, but it's just, I was Googling it because sometimes you just have a deck that you love and sometimes you're just Googling it. Sometimes that happens. And I found someone's blog that I really, really like. They were talking about this deck, and then there was like, they had a bunch of really cool other decks that they were showing in it too. It's Echo Zine, I think. And it's about zines. And I was like, this is awesome. It was so, so good. And it made me feel all like tingly about like past lives and stuff like that. Making zines and, you know, like free spaces and like just being this person. And I think I want to get La Green Witch's tarot this year because I really like her decks. Oh, I do want to use her other deck more this year too. So I will grab that one and we'll include it as well. I just have to find it. I knew I threw it in a bag for a tarot club yesterday. But which bag? I had to take the super out of this one. It should be in here, I feel like. Oh no. Okay, so the Heavy Iridescent Oracle is like one of my favorite oracle decks ever. I like use it all the time. That's just books and a Rice Krispie treat. Anyway, it's Source of Chaos, which is very funny. Source of Chaos, and I cannot seem to locate it in my chaotic bags. It's a bar. Let me just look. That's wrapping paper from a present. Okay, it's super not in here, but where could it be? Sorry, guys. All right, Heavy Iridescent. Where were we? What are we talking about? I love this deck, and I found this person's blog because of it, and it made me really excited. And I guess maybe even besides the deck, just having, you know, more incidences like that, like being open and exploring more, and like letting things direct and take you to different things. I don't know if I'm making sense now. We're gonna call that. And then I'm gonna call Source of Chaos 2. I really want to use that one more. I was talking about it with a friend who really, really likes it. And I pulled it out and I was like, you know, I think it's time. I think I was a little annoyed that it didn't have words and stuff like that. Or that like I like her word choice or her things, and it came on a thing next to it, you know. And I think that I really just love this one so much that I wanted it to be like more of this, like more of something like this. So, you know, using our faves, letting them take us places and open us up to things. I also find her artwork, and this is something that the person mentioned in the blog too, and I was like, I completely agree. It's just like they find her artwork and her practices so compelling, and I do too. Like I really just think that it makes art feel like it is chaotic, and but it makes art feel more accessible to me, as someone who's like not doing that or has like a perfectionist bent, and that prevents me from doing anything at all, you know. And then Source of Chaos, the square one, beautiful, amazing, not pictured. And then there's another one too. It's the Softest Shade. The Softest Shade Oracle. I've had this deck for a really long time. I think mine's a little bit different than the one that's available now. Just because I was like one of the first people to get it, and I think that there were some tweaks made after that. Because I don't know, I can't think of the word. I wanted to say like persistent or like something like that, but I don't want that's not the reason. And I don't want people to think that that's a reason to get something. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't want people to, because it's not true. Maybe by being pleasant. I don't know. Also I'm sick. I'm so sorry. But I used this then, and it's been a really long time, and I haven't like, I don't know. I want to do it. I feel like sometimes I'm like intimidated by the size of it because there's so many cards, but I think that that's actually really fun. I want to shuffle it separately. And there's something about, I want to do this tarot tag called Tarot Identity. I was watching it on, I actually know in the blog that I was mentioning, I think that person did the tag. And then they linked Wesley's, and I was like, how did I miss at 22 Zines? And I was like, how did I miss this? So I was watching Wesley's, and I was like, oh, it's so good. And this is one that I think that I would pick for, like, I secretly wish that this was my like aesthetic or something, like whatever that one is. And like a part of it is true. I think this is more like my summertime sadness, like aesthetic. I like outward appearance wise too, perhaps. I don't know if that's true. It's just like I'm like hopeful, wishful thinking, but I want to see how this, I want to see what I think it would be beautiful with and what I would pair it with. And I feel like there's like, I don't know. I want to know. I want to find out. Okay, that's the last one. I'm gonna do it. Tarot's color. Tarot's color. It was upside down. So, this is Ethel Cahoon's Tarot's Color. and it's one of my favorite decks by one of my favorite just artists in general. I actually need to do an at present and show all the cool new Eiffel stuff that I got. But I have pulled this out. This was sitting in my bed again. I finally got some backups of it, and so I'm like not as precious. And what I've been wanting to do for a really long time, but like I am not technically capable of doing this. Like I cannot, I mean, technically I'm capable of figuring this out at some point, but I don't have the technical ability proficiencies to do it now. But I really wanted to scan it and make it smaller and like have like a little to-go one that's more manageable. And I've just felt really like precious and sort of weird about it for so long. But now I don't feel that way. And so I want to use it more. And it's also been a deck too that's felt really like intensely special to me in this way that like I don't want to show it very much. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want like to pair it with things and stuff like that, but I don't think that's true anymore. It has been so long. I really want it to, I want to show it, like I want not just to show it the love that I have for it, but also it to show that it's loved, you know? So I don't want to be precious about it. I do wish that it was smaller though, because it's really, it's tough when you're lugging stuff around, when you're carrying like a bag. I have to like carry a bag of stuff around my house with me that has like things for me and the kids in various spots. You know, like I have to have my like, I try to keep a book and a deck and you know, my planners and stuff and notebooks for like taking notes and stuff like that. And then like it's just really, really big and heavy. So it really is heavy too. It's like heavy. But I don't know. And then like pairing it, like I think that maybe it does want friends. I don't know though. It's really, really hard. Like sometimes I've seen people I love too, like Candy. I love Candy, and Candy will pair this deck. And sometimes I'm like, don't do that. like what are you doing? No. But that's, you know, it's none of my business. I'm just ridiculous, you know? And I love the pairings. It's good. It's fun. And it's like beautiful. And like, that's like what would be, I don't know. It's really, oh, you know what? You guys, a pairing has occurred. Beep, boop, 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 pairing download. Where'd it go? Oh no. Hold on. It couldn't have gone far. We're all just right here. Everything's here. We're all together here. It's not that one. That's the Buddha one. That's nothing to do with this. Oh, here it is. Okay. Dude, what's up? Wow. Meeting it where it's at, which is huge. Oh, okay. This is cool. And it makes me think of in the book, after I had completed the pack, I saw some slides showing nebulas in outer space and the birth of stars. These recalled my designs and confirmed my conviction of their cosmographic function. Yeah. Okay, well, I might do that. This is making my tummy all fluttery. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know, where's the bag again? Oh, there's the book. Okay. Anyway, that's 26 decks, you guys. I just have no way of remembering them because I didn't write them down. I'll write them down. I feel like I could take Lillifer off the list and change that with something else. Because I don't actually care about using that deck or not, you know? Like, but it is funny. That does make me want to use it. Actually, no, I think it'll probably fit in, and it's, It's fun. Okay, number one. I mean, last one. Not number one. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26. Cool beans. I feel like I'm so out of it and tired and like overwhelmed that I've just been like extremely dorky and obnoxious this whole time. But also I'm PMSing, so I'm probably just being really like insecure. Teehee. Teehee, I'm so insecure right now. Okay, I think that's fun. I'm really excited. And I want to make another video soon about the decks that I have been using, because there might be a slight overlap, but not really. I purposely kept out my hyperfixation combos as I'm feeling, and then like other pairings that I'm pretty excited about. But yeah, I really want to find a Softest Shade bestie. And I don't know if I like the Sappho Oracle. I don't know about that one. I didn't even open this bag. This is like my... Oh! Oh my gosh. Okay. That's where I put it. I put it in my to-go tarot bag. Goodness gracious. Okay, we're gonna look real quick. Okay, so this is what bothered me. That it was like these... It's the images, right? And then you have to like look over here for more info. And when I first got the deck, I think I felt like overwhelmed by that task, which is silly because I really don't mind that. But I think part of it is that I do admire her work and like all the work that goes into it. But a part of that, Megan, is not being an annoying little brat and putting the work in that she put in, you know? Like, just read the little cards. God. So, I want to do that. And I really like this like collage work, and then like the additional, like it's multimedia, you know, it's like her drawing along with the collage elements too. It's just, she really is so cool. So I want to do that. I also like this color palette. I think this is one that Rose Bay also uses with this one. Sorry, I feel like my video is like what Rose Bay is pairing with what recap video. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, it's just like that. That's... I haven't found anyone else using this deck though, you know, and please, if you have suggestions of what you think would pair well with it, I'm all ears because I would like to know. I really like the deck and I want to use it. Ooh, the Lore Olympus Oracle. They're making one. When does it come out? Let's check. And I'm going to leave for real. I have to go. Sorry, it's the piece of wrapping I'm saving for sentimental reasons. What was I looking up? Oh, Lore Olympus. Lore Olympus Oracle. A show? Hold up. Lore Olympus Oracle deck. March 17th. Damn, dude, that's so soon. Should I pre-order now? Let me look at it. Let's see. So there's like some character cards, and then wow, I like this. That's nice. Okay. Cool. What was I talking about besides that? All right, I gotta go. Okay, thanks guys. I feel like I really just trailed off there.